All right. It's almost time to declare a winner, but we have our first matchup in the Final Four. Do you have a favorite that's going to go all the way? Are you thinking about who's going to win? Are you just going matchup to matchup? We'll see, and is declared the winner. But for the first matchup in the Final Four, we have two really great artifacts. We have a photo from the Palm Sunday Tornadoes of 1965 going against the Conn-Dupont Cornet. So, this video, when it's up on Facebook, there'll be a poll. You can leave your comments, and we'll declare a winner. So the winner of this is going to go on to the championship match. So let's talk about them. First off, we have the Conn Cornet. So the Conn Cornet was one of the first things that Conn-Dupont, first musical instruments Conn-Dupont created. They were the first people in the United States to create cornets and manufacture them for the market. Now, as you can see, as what we're zooming in on is the ornamentation. One of the things Conn was known for was the ornamentation and how great it looked. And even though this is over almost 150 years old now, you can still see some really great ornamentation and embellishments there. So, Conn and DuPont, when they started making cornets and the business started to grow, they wanted to have some of the best manufacturers in the world creating their instruments. And the way they did that was they brought people over from Europe, because at the time, the best band instruments were manufactured in France and England. So Conn and DuPont, and later when DuPont left, Conn independently brought specific instrument makers over from Europe and really shifted the cultural dynamic of the city of Elkhart. And what we're zooming in now are the images of the factories. They were the C.G. Conn band instrument factories when they were built, first in 1883 and the one you're looking at now in the 19 teens. These were the largest band instrument factories in the world when they were operating in Elkhart. So it truly was an international business and the largest in its field, and produced some of the greatest instruments of the day. So going up against that is a photo from the Palm Sunday Tornadoes. So this photo here from 1965, 55 years ago this month. This is from the Midway Mobile Home Park, which was one of the main areas of destruction here in Elkhart County. And to kind of flesh out the story a little bit more, I've incorporated another photo here. So these are some of the emergency workers helping out and recovering and making sure people were injured. And what we're trying to talk about here is kind of the emotions that a lot of these people had to go through. You think about what they had to do, and you think about what the emotions they had to put behind them. For example, I have 3 specific firefighters that had to put emotions aside and help people in need. For example, there's a man named Kenneth Reinhardt. His house was completely destroyed in the Palm Sunday tornadoes. Another firefighter, Paul Barker, whose house was majorly damaged and his wife was injured. Probably the most gut-wrenching story is the story of firefighter Charles Forsythe. Charles lost his house during the Palm Sunday tornadoes, and his 10-year-old son was actually killed during the tornadoes. And all 3 of those men put their emotions aside, geared up, and made their way to the sites of the largest damage to help out people who were injured, to recover people who had been killed, and help in the recovery effort. So thinking about putting your emotions aside to help other people is a really important story that comes out of the Palm Sunday tornadoes. So that is our matchup today. It's 2 really important artifacts in our county's history. A major industry, the first major industry to put Elkhart County on the map, going against probably one of the most, if not the most memorable moment in Elkhart County history, and most tragic for sure. So which one of these is going on to the championship? That's up to you. So we hope to see what you're going to vote, and you will see one of these in the championship. So until then, we'll see you next time.